Where did Paimon float off to? Did she head back to the footstalls? Though it'd be mildly interesting to see a chubby Paimon floating about, I should go find her before she starts rolling around instead. Oh, seems like someone's releasing a lantern over there. There's something a bit odd with that one though.
And with this, may your soul finally rest. Though your actions go unnoticed by the one you hold dear, be free from the chains that bind and go without fear. Your duty in this realm is now at an end, and into the next, your soul I now send. Oh, it seems I have an audience.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. Those butterflies looked really pretty with the lantern.
Oh, that? Just a little parlor trick I picked up for times like these. Nothing special, I'm sure, to someone with both the powers of Animo and Geo dancing at his whim.
You know who I am, I take it.
The famed traveler, a man of deeds both great and small. It's not every day someone becomes a hero to two nations, let alone one. Although I don't see the traveler's trusty sidekick with him. I hope she hasn't passed on to the other side just yet.
The other side? Oh, no, of course not. I think Paimon's just lost somewhere between the grilled tigerfish and golden shrimp ball stalls.
That's a relief then. Your travels seem to be quite dangerous sometimes after all. It would have been a shame to perform our services on such a joyous occasion.
Your services? Oh, no wonder I thought your outfit looked a little familiar. You're from the Wangxing funeral parlor, aren't you?
An astute observation. Allow me to formally introduce myself. 77th Director of the Wangxing funeral parlor, Hu Tao. At your service. Hu, as in who put me in this coffin. And Tao, as in I can't get towed. No, not funny.
It was a good effort, though. At any rate, it's nice to meet you, Director Hu Tao.
Oh, there's no need for the formalities. Just Hu Tao is fine. I'm sort of off duty anyway.
Sort of? What do you mean?
I was just finishing the last bit of our services to a certain client.
So, that lantern was part of your services then?
Not normally, no. But this was a special case. See? That lantern was for a client who'd passed away a year ago now. On this very day, actually.
Oh, I see. I hope they got to see a beautiful view of the lanterns before they passed on.
He did. Through death, a father had finally found peace and redemption.
Redemption? Did he do something awful?
Unfortunately, yes. The man had done something terrible to his own daughter. An act that she could never forgive. But the father was desperate to make things right, even though she never wanted anything to do with him again. So, for the years to come, he would always send her lots of mora. He wasn't a rich man, so he would always overwork himself. He would send the mora through a well-planned fictitious identity of a philanthropist, and even though she refused at first, his daughter eventually accepted after he'd written a few letters to her under that guise.
Seemed like he really was remorseful about what he had done.
He truly was, but unfortunately, neither life nor death takes sides with even the kindest acts. Because of how bad he'd pushed himself, the man grew gravely ill. He didn't even have much time left by the time he approached us. He knew his daughter loved the lantern right, so he fought as hard as he could to live until that day. But before he passed, he urged us not to reveal the truth, for fear that his daughter may throw away the mora given to her. And so, we followed his words to the letter. He was a man who kept to himself, so there were barely any people at the funeral. No one even shed a tear. But he did have one final wish, One that would preserve even after his passing.
And that wish was?
That a single lantern may take to the skies in his name on the next rite, as if his soul would continue to watch over her.
I see. I hope his soul is at peace then. It's just a bit sad to know that his daughter would never know what he did, or at least how he tried to redeem himself. But wait, this all sounds pretty confidential. Should you be telling me all this about your client?
I'd probably get an earful from my associates if ever they found out. So let's just keep this between us, yeah?
I'm good with that, but you're placing an awful lot of trust in me.
With how much you've done for the sake of others, I think the better question is, why wouldn't I trust you? And besides, I knew that in his loneliness, he wanted someone, anyone, to at least acknowledge what he's done. No one truly wants to be alone after all. Even on his final lantern rite, I'm certain he would have loved to have his daughter at his side.
No one truly wants to be alone, huh? Yeah, I think I see it now.
See what now?
There's a friend of mine who's pretty stubborn about being alone. We try to invite him to watch the lanterns with us, but he's always refused. But I think I need to be a little more stubborn about it too. There's still time before they release the Ming Xiao lantern. Maybe a little more convincing ought to do the trick. What is it? Is there something on my face?
Yeah, there's just been a piece of food stuck in your teeth. Literally the entire time you were talking.
Wait, what?
Just pulling your leg, traveler. Got you good with that one. But on a more serious note, you really are a nice person, aren't you? Going out of your way to help people just because you want to.
Well, I could sort of say the same about you.
Little old me? How so?
When you were talking about your client, you looked pretty sad about the circumstance. And when you lit that lantern, you put a lot of care into that wish. It looked more to me than just doing your job. I think you genuinely care about the wishes and feelings of the clients you sent off. And I might be jumping to conclusions here, but I think that makes you a genuinely good person.
Careful, traveler. Pay a young maiden too many compliments like that, and she might get the wrong idea.
Oh, that really wasn't my intent. Sorry about that.
Just messing with you again. But you really should get going to your friend if you want to make it back in time for the Ming Xiao lantern.
Shoot, that's right. I better grab Paimon and get going. I'll see you around then, Hu Tao.
Yep. Be seeing you then, traveler. I hope it works out. So that was the traveler, What an interesting guy. I'm sure we'll meet again. But for now, it's a great night to bask in some moonlight. Moon's out, and so am I.